has taken away my sorrows, now I am free. I got me, hallelujah, bro. I got my hallelujah, power. Because of this, I'm suffering and I'm double, double blessings. Now him I dey receive. God, your grace and mercy is always to follow me.
I can literally play that song all day because that is my testimony. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Wow, or welcome for those of you that are new here. My name is Simbi Akani, and I am back on YouTube. Whoa, it has been a long time. I haven't posted a video this year, so this is my first video of the year in August, 8 months in. Happy New Year. But I don't want to talk too much because I will be talking a lot in this video, and I just want to hop right into the purpose of this video, which is my testimony. To inspire you, encourage your faith, stir up your faith, and have you trust God. Trust that God still works wonders. Trust that God still works wonders. When you hear the voice of the enemy asking you, oh, what has God done for you? This God that you've been praying to, all this fasting you've been doing, the prayer that you've been praying, you haven't heard an answer from God. You're here suffering, you're here without a job, you're here just here. What are you doing with your life? This testimony, I pray, will inspire you, bless you, and silence the voice of the accuser, of the enemy in your life, so that you can just trust and depend on God. So this testimony probably starts in March. I'll start from March. In March, I felt peace about leaving my old job and moving to Maryland. So I've moved. I moved again. I've moved again, but I am believing that I'm going to be positioned here for as long as God will have me, you know. So if that's a year, if that's 5 years, if that's 10 years, I'm here for as long as God wants me here. Before that happened, I had applied for a new job in January. I had interviewed. I went through, I think, 2 rounds of interviews. I really thought I was gonna get the job. I was like, listen, I gave that job my all. I gave that interview my all. But I had so much faith that if I do not get this job, I know that it must be God, because I did everything humanly possible, and I believe that I was overqualified for that. Maybe not overqualified, but like qualified, right? So I knew I was a hot cake. I knew that, like, this is it. I had been waiting to hear back after my last interview. I'd been waiting for like a week and a half, and I was so anxious. I was just like, oh my gosh, I need to hear back. I need to hear back because I'm ready to quit and start moving, you know? And mind you, all of this happened right before COVID, right before the lockdown and everything. So I had been waiting, and then the Monday I heard back from the place I applied to, that Monday morning, I was like, okay, this is the day where I turn in my 2 weeks resignation, and this is the day that I'm gonna quit my job. And I felt peace to quit, but it was this thing like, do I wait until I hear back from this job before I quit so that there's something secure for me, or do I take a leap of faith and quit my job and then pray that, you know, God's will be done? I quit on that Monday, and that Monday evening I heard back from the place I applied to, and I did not get the job. What? Like, let's just pause right there. So it's like you're believing for something. You're like, okay, God, I feel peace about leaving this one thing so that you can provide this other thing. So now, like, then that thing doesn't come through. How do you react? Like, what then happens? Anyway, as I said previously, I knew that if I don't get this job, it is God, and I'm still gonna move, and I'm just gonna figure it out. For some more context, the role I had applied for was at a school that I'll be doing my master's degree at. I'll explain that more later. So the plan was, okay, I apply for this job, I get this job, I do my master's, and I'm working full time, and they're paying for my degree as well. That was the plan. I was like, okay, this is it. This is gonna work. It didn't work out, right? As I said. So I moved, packed my bags, moved to Maryland. COVID comes, there's a lockdown, there's a stay-at-home order, there's like, like, girl, why'd you leave your job? Now it's harder to find work because they're hiring freezes happening. People are being laid off, and I'm over here quitting, volunteering myself to leave a job. Anyway, this is what you call crazy faith. I said, okay, I need clarity. So I'm going to take April off and just like use this month to just recalibrate, just take some time off. I've been working for 2 years now. Let me just take an induced sabbatical. Induced because I didn't have work. In April, I heard back from the master's program I applied for at the school that I was hoping to be hired by. I heard back from the master's program. I was accepted into the program. I was like, okay, cool, but how am I going to pay for it, right? Like, thanks, but I don't need this anymore. But something I had always said was, I am not going to do a master's degree unless somebody's paying for it. Like, I am not taking out loans. I'm not going into debt for a degree. Like, I'm not going to do it. I would rather work than pursue another degree that I may or may not need, But if I really need it, okay, I'll do it. But until I really, really need it, I'm not going to do it. In April also, I was like, okay, I need two options. I need to have a plan A and a plan B. Plan A was to just continue to apply for jobs and hope I would receive something and then just work, right? And I wouldn't do school because I'd be working unless the job I got would pay for school, right? Plan B was to have school, but I would have to apply for a graduate assistant role at the school. And again, if you know anything about master's programs or grad school in America, becoming a graduate assistant is very hard, right? Because there are very few roles open, and you don't really know what's open. You have to like network your way in and find out, or it's just very hard to first find out what roles there are available and get into one, because so many people want to be a graduate assistant because everybody is trying to find a way to fund their degree, So reached out to him. I had only met him once, briefly. Reached out to him. I was like, hey, do you know about any openings for assistants? Like, do you know if any department in the school is hiring? Are you hiring? Like, what's up? And then so reached out to him, didn't work out. In June, I then saw a role I kind of liked, and I was like, okay, this is an assistant role. And I'll apply for it and hopefully it works out. But hey, I've been applying for jobs and nothing has been working out. So let me just apply for this one again. I knew I didn't really love that position. I would have done it, but I didn't really I knew it was not the best for me, but I was like, why not? Shoot my shot. Applied in June. I still haven't heard back till today. So I was like, okay, this graduate assistant thing isn't working out. I guess I'm not going to school. I had taken my mind off of school. I was like, okay, it's all good, because as I said, I'm not paying for school. So I was receiving all these emails from the program. They had sent my bill, all of that. I was just like, that's their business. I'm not going. End of July, like 2 weeks ago now, the program director I had emailed in April sent me an email like July 20th or so. He was like, are you still looking for a graduate assistant position? And I was like, boy, first of all, I've already taken my mind and my heart off of this, so don't come and cause confusion. Like, what do you like? I'm not interested, but I said yes, obviously. Like, I'm still looking. So I answered him and I was like, yeah, what's going on? That was a Jesus moment for me, because I know the prayers I've prayed. I've prayed that people will remember me. I've prayed that my name would come up in people's minds, people that I don't know of, that God would favor me in a way that I can confidently say, this is not my doing, this is yours, oh Lord, And the fact that I've only met this man one time, like, what impact have I had in your life for you to even remember me? Like, okay, yes, I did reach out to you in April, but from April to July, how would you remember me? It had to be God. I was thinking that, okay, like, maybe he's the one hiring, so like it'll be like a quick thing, you know, I've been praying, I've been so it will be very quick. He'll be like, yeah, I'm hiring and I want to hire you. That was not necessarily the case. So he informed me of a role with the Office of the Dean in the College of Business, and I was like, okay, cool, I'll just apply to this thing again. Like, thanks for the thanks for sending the job description my way. I was expecting something easier, you know. After seeing the role, I was like, wow, this is work I can do, you know, social media, website development, events, like that is way up my alley. But I was like, okay, I'm going to apply. So like within a half hour, because I have many copies of my resume, many cover letters, many writing samples. I have everything because I've been applying so much. So it took me about half an hour to like just put everything together and send in my application. And I was just like, okay, another application, yet another application. Whatever happens. God, let your will be done. What are the chances that I may get a response or whatever? After I sent in my application, the dean answered my email like within an hour. Was like, yes, we've received this. We'll be having interviews next week. So on August 3rd, she sent me an email. She was like, hey, we want to interview you. What's your availability for Wednesday or Thursday? I said, I'm available Wednesday morning. Had the interview Wednesday morning, August 5th at 9 a.m. I interviewed with the dean, and I don't know the other lady's role, but she's who I'll be working with. Had my interview with two of them Wednesday morning at 9 a.m. Interview ended around 9:30. I was sweating up a storm. I thought I did terribly. For those that know, I have a speech impediment, so like I don't love interviews, and I didn't think the interview was good, so I was just like, oh, whatever. I'm used to the pain at this point. So Thursday at around noon, maybe 1 p.m. Thursday at around 1 p.m. I received an email saying congratulations. Congratulations in about 26 hours. Like literally a day after the interview, I got an offer. That the quickest it's ever been for me. I mean, that is crazy. You know, I've been interviewing since March. Well, I haven't been interviewing. I've been applying for jobs. I haven't even had an interview since like January or February. But I've been applying for jobs since March. And to think that within a week, the rates of success could be expedited so quickly. Like, it was not a long process at all. It was someone remembered me, reached out to me. God allowed someone to remember me, reach out to me. I interviewed in my own power. I did not think I did well, but there was something that they saw, right? And within 24 hours, they told me I've received the offer. So now, literally in a day, my whole story has changed, because I already said I'm not going to school. I even forgot this part of the testimony. So the day before the man reached out to me asking me if I was still hunting for a role, the day before I was listing things I had to do on that day. And I was like, okay, I have to do this. And then on the list, I wrote, I have to like defer my admission for a year. I literally wrote that as like a thing to do. And immediately after I wrote that, I heard the Holy Spirit say, wait. And I was kind of like, wait for what? Like, it's been so long. I've applied to one role. They ghosted me. Haven't heard back. Like, I'm literally tired. So let me just defer this thing. I know I'm not going this year. Maybe it'll work out for me next year, you know? So the fact that I wrote this list, heard the Holy Spirit say, wait, next day, this man reaches out to me asking me if I needed a job, sends me a description, and then within a week, I have an interview. The next day, I receive an offer. Like, you cannot tell me that is not God, because I know how long I've been waiting to see that God can turn my story around in an instant, although I've been waiting for what? March, April, May, June, July, August. For 5 months. It's been 5 months of no responses. 5 months of no responses. And there have been days where I've applied for like 3 jobs at a time. Like, no response. So now I'm just here to testify and thank God that his will is being done in my life. I've always prayed for that, you know. So even though it felt like, oh, I don't have a job, I don't have this, I don't have that right now, I had faith. I had faith and peace. There were certainly moments where like I would cry, like, hello. But through it all, I really had an inner peace that God's will shall be done in my life, that I would never go hungry. I would never beg for bread. Like, that's just not my portion. As a child of God, that's not for me, you know? I'm thankful for the 5 months I've had to literally just like do other things, you know? And God has blessed me with the finances as well. Whew, child. I'm just really grateful because like I'm now going to be working as a graduate assistant in a department that's aligned with my goals, and I'm now receiving a degree that's also aligned with my goals, and I believe will help me out so much. And the degree is being paid for, you know, like it's yo, it's literally still hitting me, but I'm so grateful. But I just want you to be encouraged that your wilderness, your waiting period might feel long, might be long, might be 6 months, 8 months, a year, but just continue to trust God. Don't let the voice of the enemy. There was a point, I think it was in July, the end of July, actually, I was literally being attacked by the enemy. I mean, I don't want to give him all that credit, but the voice was saying, what has your God done for you? You know, you've been serving God. What has God done for you? And I don't serve God to receive things, to get things. Like, that's just not me, right? Like I don't pray. Like, yes, it's good to be prosperous. I want to prosper, you know? I don't serve God just to receive. I have a relationship with him, and like that is more important to me than the things I may receive on earth or the things I may not receive. Like, I'm good. But that voice tried to shake me up, and I really prayed harder. I'm like, God, shame the devil. Go ahead and shame the devil. Anyway, that is what God has done in my life. That's where I've been. I've been figuring life out. I've been praying, I've been fasting, I've been spending time with my family, with my boo, but now I'm going back to school. The program is for a year. It's marketing intelligence. That's the name of it. And it's a mixture of marketing and analytics. So it's like more analytical side of marketing. I'm already creative, so I want to just improve upon my analytical skills. So I'm really, really looking forward to that and excited to see how that will bless me, bless others, bless my future, and all of that stuff. Anyway, be encouraged. Know that God will make a way for you in due time, right? So continue to pray those prayers. Continue to ask, seek, knock. Let your faith be stretched. Trials are a time for your faith to be stretched. So don't resent the trial. Don't resent the waiting period. Don't resent the wilderness. Embrace it. Embrace hard times, because hard times are what will grow you. So just fire about it. Just calm down. Just calm down, you know. Your time will come. Your season will come. Because God is not a man that he should lie. God does not go back on his promises. God is true, faithful to his word. So trust in God, trust in his word. Like, hold on. I cannot say it enough. Hold on to the promises of God and believe. Have faith, even when it feels like you shouldn't have faith, you know. But yeah, the God that worked in the days of Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, he's still working today. He's still working miracles today. So thank you guys for listening. I hope you're blessed by this, and just pray for me. Keep on praying for me. I hope to bring you more content and just continue to share and inspire and bless and Bye, guys. Thank you for watching.
Can't give me